everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Sunday, January 17th, 2021. Kind of a blustery day out here today, but given that the temperatures are still pretty mild, I decided I would take another crack at putting a catch together. I'm building off of the trip I took yesterday where I had a small amount of success fishing for panfish, so I decided to come to this pond which has a very good population of panfish, and I'm going to be using the same rig which worked for me yesterday, which is the gulp minnow under a float. I also just want to get as much fishing as I can in while I can, because the extended forecast is looking a little bit freezy over the next several days, which means that these open water ponds might be locked up by next weekend. Ooh, fish on. That's about time. I've been fishing for about an hour. All right, crappie. Not too bad. Putting off my first skunking of 2021 for another day. Oh! That was a bite for sure. I missed him. That's a shame. Bites are few and far between. Got to make each one count. Alright guys, a little behind the scenes for you. So, my GoPro battery ran out. And as I was changing it, my float went down. So, as quick as I could, I got the battery back in, turned the camera on, put it back on my head, and of course, by the time I was able to do all that, the float popped back up and the fish was nowhere to be found. So, that last bite, I missed specifically because I am filming for YouTube. Which, honestly, that sort of thing does not happen as often as you might think. There we go, fish on. Boy, he just took it and ran with it. Oh, and he popped off too. Wow, I'm missing all sorts of fish today. Man, he was running, man. That is very uncharacteristic for a winter bite. Usually they'll just suck it in and sit there. There we go. That was more like a winter bite. The float just kind of slowly disappeared beneath the surface. There we go, another crappie. Feels good to catch one after missing a few. Go, another one. Ah, bluegill. This is my first bluegill of the year. Look at the vivid yellow on that fish. Just a really bright golden gill. Man, the forecast said it was supposed to be sunny today. I've barely seen the sun at all since I've been here. I wish it would come out. With this wind, it is a little uncomfortable out here. few rays of sunshine would do wonders. There we go. Fish on. Another crappie. Alrighty. Let's keep the crappie train rolling. There we go. What have we here? This one's putting up more of a fight than the others. Ah! Nice sized bluegill. Another super yellow fish. I guess that must be the winter coloration of bluegill in this pond. Alright, there we go. That's almost an eaten size right there. That's a quality fish. There we go, fish on. That's another bluegill. Truth be told, I have no idea how long this fish was on. I just started reeling and found him on the end of my line. Glad he kept it in his mouth long enough for me to catch him. There we go. Oh, we came off. That was a crappie, I think. Man, I don't want to end the day on a miss. Let me see if I can get one more in my hand before I call it quits. There we go. Hopefully this one stays on. Yep. And wow, that's fish of the day right there. That's a nice crappie for this little pond. And that is the perfect way to end things. Well, turned into a pretty decent day of pan fishing. Took me a little while to find where they were, but once I did, action was pretty steady. I was getting bites about once every 5 or 10 minutes, which for January, I'd say is some pretty hot action. So, like I said at the top of the show, it looks like things are going to start getting a lot colder in the next few days, and might be faced with some ice on my favorite ponds. So, don't know if this is going to be my last video for a little while, but rest assured, as soon as I can find some open water to fish, I will be back at it. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.